What's up guys, Koala here, and today I'm just going to be making a live speaking section to put over a pre-recorded league game. The league game was actually before preseason 7, and what I'm going to be basically saying is why I've gone against becoming a league YouTuber. I made one video, and I tried to make that video before preseason 7 to try to get the channel going, because I had high hopes for preseason 7, and I'd have a lot more content to bring out in the coming weeks of it being out. But now I've played a few games in pre-season 7 and I just can't see myself playing League as much. I don't really enjoy the game as much anymore with the assassin reworks. So the main reasons why, well, the main one is assassin reworks. Number 2 is plants. I think the plants shouldn't be in the game. And League of Tanks. I'm going to go through all three in more depth. So I'm going to start with the plants because it's smaller. So the vision one I can deal with, but I don't think it should reveal wards. I think it should just reveal an area. I think it should just be like an ash arrow instead of a moving vision ward sort of thing. Yeah, I think that bit's a bit stupid about it, but they're not the worst. The honey fruit isn't like stupid because you can't use it in your own advantage. Well, you can, but you can't use it like in a 1v1. It's like if you're trying to get away from someone because it slows you down. Like, yeah, it gives you health and mana, but you're going to be slowed down, so the enemy's just going to catch up to you anyway. So it's not really a benefit, but it is helpful towards junglers and dominating mid laners. Then the blast cone is the stupidest because it just makes it so you can escape you can escape in the jungle when you're not a jungler. You can counter jungle a lot easier, and it just seems a bit stupid. But the main reason why the plants seem stupid is because they've just done all these reworks to the assassins, and then they put these plants in which I only feel like the affect and help the assassins like more than anybody else. Like vision, you're getting vision on like people that are alone. Like if you hit that vision and they're alone, assassin can just go over and assassinate them, because they might have done all this counterplay with assassins, but it's just made some of them like stupidly strong, like Rengar, Talon. LeBlanc's still stupid, her damage is ridiculous. Katarina I don't really think is as effective. She can be, but I don't think she is because I've only seen a few and none of them really do that well. Fizz isn't any different. Fizz is just irritating. But yeah, in relation to the assassins being affected with the plants, like the honey fruit, like I said, like when you're being chased, like it slows you down. You could just hit that when you're Talon or LeBlanc, hit that, get all the health, get all the mana, and then jump over a wall. You can't do that with someone that's like Orianna, Syndra. Like, if you get what I mean. It just seems like they put some of them in to benefit others. Like, it gives Talon another wall jump, it gives LeBlanc another way to juke. Like, I don't know, it just seems a bit stupid to me that they've added that sort of stuff in. But yeah, I don't really get it. I don't really get why they added the plants, and I get that they wanted more diversity to the jungle and stuff, but come on, adding them plants in, it were a bit stupid. Also changes to the jungle, like there's no point in you going to Gromp because you're getting no benefit over doing Gromp first and you are a blue buff. So when they've tried to make it so not everybody has the same jungle pattern, everybody's just having the same jungle pattern anyway. They just changed it from like starting at Gromp or Krugs to now starting at red or blue. It's made no difference. It's just changed the way that people do the pattern, but everybody still does the same pattern, just in a different way. Because removing the little minions from red and blue was like, yeah, fair enough. Like, they didn't really need to, but they did anyway. So like, it didn't really make a difference at all. But now it takes you too long to get through Raptors and Krugs. There's no point doing them over red or blue first. It's going to slow down your jungle. Whereas, well, you wouldn't actually do Raptors or Krugs before blue, because you do Gromp or Wolves, and they're nowhere near as long to kill as Raptors or Krugs. I've said Raptors or Krugs like 14 times. So yeah, there's just no point starting with them, because it's going to take you too long. You're going to lose too much health, and you're going to fall behind in the jungle. And if you're playing against an assassin jungler like Evelyn, or when I say assassin, I sort of mean counter jungle junglers. So like Evelyn, like if you fall behind to a Rengar, you're going to really feel it. Just champions like that are really going to punish you if you actually fall behind and you catch them in the jungle. Like, they're just going to kill you because there's no other way to get away. Well, there is now with blast cones, but so yeah, that's my thoughts on that as jungle. So assassins, I don't really understand why they changed some of the assassins to what they changed them to. Like, why did they add that to Talon where he could, like, they've changed pretty much nothing to him. Like, none of his mechanics except for his E. Like, that's the only thing they've changed mechanics wise. They've changed like his passive and his damage output on his Q. Not sure if they actually changed his W too much. I know they've made it a lot narrower and a lot longer range, but I'm not sure if they actually changed it. I don't think they changed anything to his ult except for the invisibility camouflage mix up sort of thing. I don't really know. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they have. But I don't understand why they put that into his mechanics, his E. Like, yeah, fair enough, he was lacking something in his kit, like something. That's why nobody played him over Zed or Yasuo. Kha'Zix when Kha'Zix were viable in mid lane. But I don't understand why they've done that. Like, surely it should be a higher cooldown, like 15 seconds or something. Not every single wall, every 2 seconds at level 1. Well, you're not going to take it at level 1, but you can do. If you want to take it at level 1, you can take it at level 1, and you can jump over every single wall and be unkillable at level 1. Well, you're not unkillable, hard CC does you in, but I just don't get it. With Rengar as well, I don't get why they've done that with his Q. I don't get what was wrong with his Q. They were right at the moment. But the thing that really bugged me about Rengar is the fact that they've given him an Olaf ult. It's not an Olaf ult, but it's more like a Quicksilver Sash. That's more the better way to explain it. I don't get why they've done it. Like, taking that heal away from him was good. Like, fair enough, but what it should do is it should give you an extra armor and magic resist bonus, I think, and a bit more damage on his empowered W. Nothing else, no heal, no nothing. That's what it should do. I don't get why they've done that, where he jumps onto your AD carry, kills your AD carry, you stun him, he gets away. It makes no sense to put that into an assassin's kit when you're trying to take out counterplay or put in counterplay. It just, like with Talon too, there's nothing that you can do to counter that. He's E. LeBlanc, they haven't took her W away to make her so you can counter her. Cat as E, not going out with that. Like, they can just jump onto your AD carry, jump off, and most of them, like, CC doesn't matter to them. And that's why AD carries have started to become a lot more shit, because assassins have just been really heavily buffed, and League of Tanks has been a big thing for a while now. So that leads me on to my last point of League of Tanks, and it pissed me off through Season 6, like the full way through. Ever since Titanic Hydra got put into the game, that was when tanks became stupid. Titanic Hydra, Sterak's, Deadman's Plate, they're like your main tank items that you'll see on any tank, like Renekton's, Garen, anybody that's got an empowered like basic attack, Anybody that's got an empowered basic attack, they will go like Titanic Hydra Dead Man's Play. Like, fact. Because a Renekton, like level 12, when your AD carry's level 10, 11, he could probably take off half your AD carry's health with just one W if he hits it right. He puts his Titanic Hydra on, if he has Dead Man's Play on, he just jumps onto your AD carry, stuns him for, I can't remember what it is it 1 second when it's 50 Fury, which does stupid damage, and it's going to take off half your AD carry's health, and he can just tank up the damage, and you can't do anything about the fact that he just killed your AD carry. And it's just a bit stupid, because they're supposed to be meat shields, not people that deal so much damage. Renekton's the main one. Well, he's not the main one. He's the one that really irritates me. But Garen's supposed to be a meat shield. He's been a meat shield ever since he got released. But ever since League of Tanks came into it and they started adding all these tank items, like, fair enough, tanks didn't actually do enough damage. But Riot have just gone way too far with what items they put into the game for benefiting tanks. Volibear has always been a big problem because he does so much damage anyway for a tank, but now that they've added even more items to his kit that he can do even more damage, Volibear is pretty much unstoppable because of his passive. If they're going to change anybody's passive, why don't they change his? He's a tank, and when he gets reduced low, he gets a big health boost. The point in tanks is that the fact that they're not supposed to be focused, but when they're doing so much damage, it's hard when people say don't focus like Garen. But when Garen's doing a stupid amount of damage, you have to peel him away from your AD carry, otherwise he will just Q him, E him for a little bit and then R, and your AD carry will be dead. Now, that seems a bit stupid because your AD carry is your attack damage carry, that's what it stands for. So they're supposed to carry you. So when your carry is getting killed by someone that's a tank that is not supposed to carry, and the tank is basically playing as an assassin, it's just a bit stupid because like the tanks are basically counteracting these new assassins that they've just like reworked. So when they're reworking assassins but keeping tanks like that, tanks are just going to counteract these assassins to make people not even want to play the assassins, because they're not going to be able to burst down someone like Garen or Malphite. Like, Malphite's obviously a tank, but Malphite doesn't do stupid damage, so that was a bit of a stupid one to But like a Volibear, a Garen, Renekton, if you're a talent and you jump onto one of them, they'll kill you, like instantly, no doubt, because there's just nothing like that you could actually do, because you don't have enough damage to do to a tank, like with that sort of damage. It's just a bit stupid, so I've decided that I just don't want to like make League content, because I've got a feeling I'll get really salty with it. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to do mini games and like series of long games, story mode games. So if you've got any suggestions of games that you want me to actually play, leave it in the comments and I'll look into it. I'm open to play any game really. So yeah, if you want to see that sort of content, then subscribe to the channel, and yeah, well, you get to see that sort of content. But yeah, so none of yous, I've only got 1 subscriber at this point from my first video, so I don't think this will affect anybody. But if anybody does see this video, then this is why I've gone against it. If you're thinking about becoming a League YouTuber, plus I'm just gonna add something really quick. The community is toxic, and I just can't be bothered with it. Just putting that out there. So yeah, so if you're thinking of becoming a League YouTuber, just think about, like, do you really see yourself playing the game in 2 years' time? Changes that they make, keep on going. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.